Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who are new, hi, I'm Melody. On this channel I discuss fragrances every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd love it if you would subscribe. Today I'm going over all of the fragrances I wore last week. So if that's something that interests you, please keep watching. I started making this little perfume journal every week. Several weeks ago now, and I've really been loving it, and I really want to continue doing it for everyone. It is definitely more of a casual video. I don't really go over notes or explain the fragrance or anything that much. I just kind of go over what's going on in my life and why I chose to wear the fragrance I chose to wear. So let's just start. So last week, I was testing out a lot of the Juliet Has a Gun fragrances for an upcoming video that should be coming out this Friday. And I wore Lady Vengeance. Shortly after wearing that, I put on Burberry Her. I believe I chose to wear this because it's just kind of a laid back, sort of fun scent, and the Super Bowl was on and I was watching it alone. I married into a family full of guys. My husband's the oldest boy of 5, and none of them are into football, so I sit there alone and watch football by myself. My father-in-law was out of town, so it was just me alone watching it. My girls came down a little bit, but anyhow, I had a great time. It was relaxing, and my husband poked his head in every once in a while and hung out with me. But I thought it was a really great game, and I enjoyed the halftime performance. I grew up on that music, child of the 90s. So anyhow, I find this scent just really fun and kind of easygoing, casual, and so that's why I picked this fragrance to wear. So it was a kind of a late night because of the Super Bowl and stuff, so that fragrance started wearing off, and I put on a whiff of Waffle Cone. It is still one of my favorite unique vanillas. As I've mentioned before, I'm kind of at that phase where I'm getting really sick of vanilla at this point. I mean, all through fall and winter, so many fragrances have vanilla. So this is one that I have yet to get sick of. And so I put this on before bed. The next day I was looking to wear something that's just kind of pretty and girly and just fun, and something I didn't have to worry about. And so I put on Ralph Lauren's Beyond Romance. This fragrance is just so sweet and so fluffy, and just I commented on Essentially Jessie, which I love her videos. I really encourage you to go check out her channel. She's just amazing. So I'll link her channel down below. But she was discussing girly fragrances, and so I mentioned this one. I think it reminds me of a woman in a very fluffy pink tulle dress with like a tiara. Like, this is a princess fragrance to me. So when I'm just feeling like I want to be kind of flirty or girly or anything like that, this is the fragrance that I pick. So I love this one, and I definitely recommend it. Later that evening, I wasn't feeling like putting on a perfume, and I've recently started dabbling in body sprays. When I was originally looking, I was focusing so much on the performance of a fragrance and not wanting to top off or anything like that, but I'm actually finding that I prefer fragrances that are in that 4 to 6 hour range, because I like to try different things throughout the day, and sometimes I'm just get annoyed if a fragrance lasts too long, to be perfectly honest. Sometimes I'm like, ugh, just get off, I want to try something else. So that combined with looking forward to summer and looking forward to summer fragrances and finding that a lot of those freshies and stuff don't really last very long, I started just looking into fragrance mists at like Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret, and decided I wanted to try some of those out. And so I found a good deal online. They were doing like a 3 for 3. I'm not that familiar with the sales. My younger sister out of college worked at Bath and Body Works, so I've been like bothering her with all sorts of questions about different fragrances and when the sales are and stuff. But I've really never been like a big Bath and Body Works shopper. But I found a sale online and in stores. Me and my daughters picked out some while we were there, and then there were fragrances I couldn't buy in stores, so I bought them online. So I believe this Forever Red was online. I bought the body spray and the lotions to match when possible. so that I can layer different things. And there are some lotions that I think would combine really well with some perfumes as well. But this one, I don't think the fragrance mist smells exactly like it, but I almost think that the body lotion I have smells more like a pink starburst. I think that's what this fragrance reminds me of. I think that I believe this is like a pretty popular one and a older fragrance for Bath and Body Works, but like I'm not familiar with any of these body sprays. I feel like I like completely skipped over that. I went from like not being into any fragrance right into perfumes. So like the whole world of Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret and all the body sprays is completely new to me. Um, I've watched a few videos on YouTube, so now they're recommending them to me. And like, there are so many fragrances, and it's like really daunting when people start talking about them. I'm like, I don't know what that fragrance is. So, anyways, I'm stepping into that, and I will be doing a haul on all the body mist I got and giving my thoughts once I've played with them a little bit. But I wore this that evening, and I really liked it. The next day, it was like really, really cold in the morning, so I decided to put on Elie Saab's Girl of Now. This is definitely a heavier, thicker, richer, denser fragrance, and so it's very cozy and comforting in those like really cold times. It also can get kind of cloying in warmer weather, and we've been getting days up into like the high 70s right now. So whenever I get an opportunity to put this on, I try and take it because it's one of those fragrances I really love with the almond and pistachio. So I wore this, and it lasts just such a long time. Um, which is great if you're going out and about, but I'm home a lot, so like I like to wear my fragrances and try a bunch of them. So I started getting to a point during the day where I was like, okay, wrap it up. Like I want to try another fragrance. That evening, I put on the Peach Prosecco Macaroon. I put on the lotion and the mist. It is really nice. I would say I'm not the biggest fan of peach in most things, so while I liked it, it wasn't my favorite, but this was one that my daughter picked up and I wanted to give it a try. The next day, my husband and I were going to the gym, so I decided I didn't want to wear any fragrances because, like the last time we were at the gym, I wore Lady Vengeance and I definitely projected way too much. So I tried Confetti Daydream, and it it's beautiful. I really love it. It's definitely more perfumey than a lot of Bath and Body Works fragrances. However, it really didn't perform the way I wanted. Now, obviously, I was at the gym and I was sweating and stuff, so that may have played a factor. But I did spray heavy, and I really couldn't quite smell it. So I want to keep playing with this one, but we'll see how it. Later after the gym, I showered, and then I put on a Scentbird fragrance that I was trying out. My Scentbird video will be coming out on Wednesday, but I put on Fall Cashmere to give that a shot. But unfortunately, it didn't last very long. But I didn't hate that because I tried on a new favorite of mine, which is Almond Blossom. I love all things Almond Blossom. I'm sure if you've watched even one of my videos, you might know that by now. But oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Now, I've heard a lot of people compare this to Donna Aqua, or is I think Valentino Donna Aqua. Yeah, it's the one that's discontinued that a lot of people love. They said it didn't perform very well, but it's discontinued. And once I heard that had almond in it, I was like, I have to have it. But then I saw all the prices, I was like, absolutely not. But since everyone says that this is so similar, there's part of me that's like, do I want it? Probably not. Not for the price. And if I have this, like, I don't think there's a reason to get that one. But oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I absolutely love this fragrance, and I think I'll probably have to get it back up. My sister mentioned that this is not often in the stores, and in fact, I believe this is the one that I wanted to get. So I had to buy it online. And she says that it's in stores on like the semi-annual sale, but it sells out really quick. So yeah, I definitely think I need to snatch up an extra set of this, especially because the lotion I'm going through quite a bit. I've been layering it with a whole bunch of my almond fragrances, and since those are my favorite fragrances, I've been using a lot of that lotion. The next day, my husband decided to try and sneak it past me that I had a doctor's appointment. I absolutely hate going to the doctors, and I try to avoid it, but with several of my health issues, I can't really avoid it. But anyways, I know I shouldn't be wearing too many fragrances to doctor's appointments and stuff, and it was really just to get labs and things. So I decided to put on um, the Warm and Cozy, the pink fragrance. My sister had this when we were younger. I think maybe I was in high school, she was in middle school, or something like that, or it was when I was back from college. And I used to sneak into her room and I'd steal it. Um, and it was definitely my favorite, and I still love it. It kind of brings me back a little bit, but oh yeah, it's just so comforting. But I got the small one because there was a sale. It was like $3 for this, and I was like, well, I wonder if I still like it, and I do. And so I want the big bottle now. So I'm waiting for another sale, and I want to get the Warm and Cozy. And then later that day, I tried another one of my Scentbirds. It was the Vanilla Sky by Skylar. I think that was a beautiful fragrance, and so I didn't wear anything later that evening. The next day, I tried Rag & Bones Amber. I was not a fan, and so I did scrub that off, and I was just looking to wear something that was an easy reach that I really loved, and so I put on BDK's Rouge Smoking. I love this fragrance. Oh my gosh. It smells like a cherry vanilla Coke. It is so good. I cannot say enough good things about this. I love this fragrance. I would wear this every day if I could, but there is some times where I'm like, it's a little sickly sweet, but I do think it is beautiful. So the next day I was trying and sampling Angel Muse. I have a little sample of that, and I went back and forth on how I felt about that fragrance. I still don't know how I feel about that fragrance. I'm still trying to get my thoughts around it, but I wore that, it's a beast of a fragrance, so it lasted quite a while, and it was still sort of a skin scent, but I wanted to refresh with something, and I thought something that would kind of go nicely with that skin scent was Dolce & Gabbana's The Only One. Now this is a fragrance that some days tickles my nose, feels a little sour or something, and gives me a bit of a headache. For instance, I'm smelling it now, and I think there's a chance that it would give me a headache, but I was just sniffing all my perfumes on the tray, and I noticed this one was coming off like really rich and kind of decadent coffee, and that's exactly what I want from this fragrance, and so I was like, okay, I'll try this on. So I wore this yesterday, and the family was all together just having like a personal little memorial for my husband's grandfather. We've had two grandparents on either side pass away very shortly apart, and so it's been pretty hard for the girls and stuff, but it was a nice little memorial where everybody got to chat about memories of him, and he's been living with the family for about 5 years now. So it's kind of a big change for the whole family. So after that little memorial we kind of discussed everybody's plans going forward, because there's been a lot of us gathered together to help out in different ways, and what the plans are now. So anyways, it's a new chapter, and so we're all discussing that as a family. So that evening, Saturday evening, is when I do like my extra pampering, facial stuff and things, and then after that I put on the strawberry pound cake. Now this fragrance is not my number one pick, but my husband loves it, and I love my husband, and sometimes I just want to do something for him, and so I put this on, and it is nice. I felt like the lotion was kind of lacking, like I didn't really smell it on me, and then I sprayed this, and my skin really ate it up. Now, a lot of people mention that to spray stuff on your skin so it like soaks in, but like I think that makes it so it doesn't last. So, I don't know. I have to keep trying it out. I like wore it right out of the shower, like with the lotion, and I think my skin just ate it all up. But it did smell really nice on my pajamas. So that is all the fragrances I wore this past week, and a little bit about my personal life. And sometimes that's fun, and sometimes it's a little raw and hard to open up. So I don't know how much of this I'm going to be keeping in and how much I will be cutting. But I really hope you've enjoyed. I really hope some of this helps you, or if you've just enjoyed hanging out. I know sometimes I like to just listen to videos and just kind of relax and hang out. So if this can be that for you, I really hope it is. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd love it if you gave me a like. If you have any suggestions on fragrance mist you'd recommend, it's an entirely new world to me. I'd love it if you drop those down in the comments. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.